Hello my lovely Flosstube friends, this is take 2. Let's hope it doesn't stop randomly like the last one did. My name is Claire and today is Monday the 25th of June. So it's very hot here in England. I'm all kind of, if I'm a little bit more spaced out than I usually am, although you know I'm not really usually that with it. I've been diagnosed with a tooth abscess today. So I'm a little bit kind of more spacey than usual. So apologies in advance for me losing my train of thought. I haven't actually done a huge amount of stitching over the last few weeks, which is why I haven't really been back with a video. But now I do have some progress to show you, so here I am. Before we get on to whips and updates and things, I've been a very lucky girl and I've had some fabulous Happy Mail deliveries which I thought I would share with you, because not saying hey look at me, I'm fantastic, I've got these fabulous things that people have sent me, but just because I want to share that our stitching community is brilliant and everyone is so generous and so amazing. So yeah, first thing I got was from my lovely friend Adele, Cat Stitches on Flosstube. She's fabulous, as I'm sure you know. And she's from Scotland. That's my accent. My husband's Scottish, but he doesn't sound Scottish, so I haven't had a chance to pick up the accent particularly. Scotland. You try it. No, never mind. Anyway, Adele sent me some beautiful sparkly wool so that I can use that in my crochet. Thank you. And oh, my neighbour keeps texting me to ask how I am doing. Bless her. And she sent me some Jodrey Designs beautiful thread. Gorgeous. Some lovely tea. And there was a nice chocolate in there as well, but it vanished. Such a mystery. A beautiful card. I really like this card. I think I'm going to frame it actually. Beautiful Snow White. And a fabulous piece of Jodrey Designs 32 count Murano, which is my favourite count. Bubbling Cauldron, which she said would be great for Halloween. And I agree, especially with this thread. That would look great on there, wouldn't it? So thank you so much, Adele. It was a complete surprise, out of the blue. Really made my day, made my week. Thank you so much. It was so kind. Now, the next thing I have to show you is another parcel. Covering up any addresses. And this one is my ATC swap from the Instagram groups, cross-stitch, hashtag cross-stitch ATCs. I'm in 2 groups, one on Facebook and one on Instagram. And this was last month's ATC. Now ATCs are this size, that's what it means, artist trading cards. So you just get a small bit of cross stitch and pop it on the card. And last month's theme was fancy felines. And this is mine from, it's from Marissa, who is M Kisser Creations on Instagram. Look at him, isn't he gorgeous? I love him, I love his eyes. So he will go in my cross stitch ATC collection, but she didn't stop at that. She included lots of goodies as well because she's lovely. So I've got some little post-it notes like that, which will go fabulously in my bullet journal. A lovely little starter owl kit. Some Moe's Sale sunflower floss. And a lovely pineapple card. Sparkly metallic pineapples. So thank you so much, Marissa. I haven't yet photographed it and put it up on the Instagram, which I need to do. The other thing which I need to photograph and put up on the Instagram one is I've received this month's horror ATC. I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. I've been hunting around this morning so I could show you on this video, and I can't find it anywhere. And I know I had it, and it's beautiful because I showed it to my husband, who normally thinks a very small cross stitch is pointless. But this one, even he agreed, was really cool. I put it down and I don't know where I put it. So hopefully by my next video I'll find it and then I can show you and you can see how cool it is. But ooh, I can't even post it to say that I've received it because I can't remember who it's from with me if I can't find the package. Spaced, I tell you. Now, I need your help with the next one. There's the last kind of Happy Mail thing I'm going to show you is somebody in the UK, and I know it's in the UK, sent me a beautiful hand knitted pair of fingerless mittens. Well, fingerless gloves. How do I put them on? And they're thick and beautiful and gorgeous. But they didn't have a name in the package. So they can't, how warm are these going to be in winter? They're going to be gorgeous. I don't know who sent them to me. They were just by themselves in an envelope. So whether the sender meant to pop in a little note or something like that to say who they are, or whether they meant it to be anonymous, I don't know. Whoever you are, thank you so much. And if it's you, let me know in the comments, because it's just such a fabulous thing to send to somebody. And I would really like to be able to say thank you. It's too hot. It's June. I'm going to take them off. But yeah, that was a surprise. And a lovely surprise. So thank you. Right, on to whips. What have I been stitching on? Well, I've been trying to stitch a little bit on my Celestial Companions from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I would normally give half an hour a day to my Heaven and Earth, but I haven't really been able to do that very much over the last few weeks, what with college work and all other kind of things kind of cropping up. So it hasn't had as much work as I would like to give it. But I'll show you what I've done. Here we go. Can you see any difference whatsoever from last time? No! The starter coming along here, and I think that's her hair that comes along there. I've done quite a lot more of this ecru, which, you know, it doesn't really stand out, so you probably can't tell, but there's a good little chunk of ecru I've added there. And come down on his tail there and added some of that down there, but really haven't been able to do very much. But every stitch counts. So that is my Celestial Companions, surrounded by giant frames today. The next piece that I've been working on is for my mother-in-law. She bought me this kit, and so I better get on with it. And it is Time and Season by Moira. What does it say? Moira Blackburn? I don't know. Time and Season. And this is on my absolutely ginormous frame that I really do need to buy a Lowry for. Look, it's huge. But this is where I've got to so far. So I've done this little squirrel dude. I've got further down there, done quite a bit of the border. Yeah. So I've done some on that one, and that'll be going away for a bit now. Oof. It's hard to work on because it's so huge. And then I've been working on The Guardian by Teresa Wentzler. Now, you may be aware that Teresa Wentzler, a couple of weeks ago, withdrew all of her dragon patterns from Patterns Online, which was the only place online that you could find them, and took down her dragon freebies from her website. We don't know her reasoning, but on the Teresa Wentzler Facebook Sal group, somebody asked her on one of her on her blogs, and Teresa replied and said she didn't really want to discuss it online, but that it was to do with her faith, and left it at that. Now, of course, everybody immediately jumped in with going, "What?" I have loved Teresa Wentzler's designs since I was 13 years old. That's 30 years of loving her designs, her dragon designs in particular. And for her to suddenly decide that she doesn't want to share them anymore upset me, actually. I was surprised at how emotionally I reacted to this. I completely and utterly respect her decision, and they're her designs. She can do what she wants with them. But it's so heartbreaking to have such beautiful designs suddenly, without notice, and that's what gets me, without notice, removed from the stitching world, as it were. So lots of people were saying that they'd been saving up. Because it's on Patterns Online, you think that you can just get it anytime you want. And so they hadn't gone ahead and bought the ones that they really wanted because they were saving up or waiting for, you know, a time when they were going to start them. A lot of people don't like buying things just to have them and wait until they can start them and then buy it. Well, those people have been well and truly burned by this, and that saddens me. We all know that I'm not one of those people, and that I do hoard, and that I do buy things that I like as I see them, and particularly when it comes to Teresa Wentzler. So I think there are 2 dragon patterns that I'm aware of from her collection that I don't own, and that's Tracery Dragons and the Needle Keep book or something, the Needle Guardian. But the reason I don't own them is because I'm not planning on stitching them particularly. They're not my favourite ones of her dragon designs. I've got every other one that I am aware of. So I'm alright. I'm alright, Jack. I've got enough of her dragon patterns to stitch forever. And I will. But it still upset me to think, and some people were saying on the forums, that they no longer want to stitch them because it will taint their enjoyment of stitching it, knowing that she doesn't want them out there anymore. I can understand that. I don't feel that myself. I love these dragons. I always will, always have. I mean, what is not to love about that gorgeous creature? So, yeah. Bit of a controversy, and for anybody, and there was one person, so anybody else who said that they are now going to boycott anything to do with Teresa Wentzler because she's obviously a fundamentalist, hardline, you know, hardline Christian, or doesn't even say she's Christian, she might not be, religious fundamentalist. You don't know that. You don't know anything other than her decision was influenced by her faith, which is all that she has decided to share with us. And it is completely her right to withdraw her patterns. Don't leap to conclusions. Don't immediately leap to judgment and boycott anything else to do with her, because in that case, she's not the fundamentalist, you are. So leave her alone. Enjoy the patterns that you have of hers. Enjoy the ones that are still available, and there are many. But lay off this wonderful lady who has created such fabulous things for us all to enjoy over many decades. Because that upsets me. And what upset me most was that it was on a post of mine that the judgment of Teresa came up on. I didn't like that. Don't use a post of mine to have a go at Teresa. I won't. Just don't. Excuse me, I need to have a drink. My voice is going. So, after all that, rant, I decided to make myself feel better by stitching on one of her dragons. So I did a whole load of all of this. And I'm not putting this away this week. This is staying out, and hopefully next time I'll have lots more to show on my Guardian. Right. Ooh, got a little bit mosh there, didn't I? Right, so what else have I been stitching on? Not much, just a couple of the ATCs. So this is the horror. This is not the ATC. This is the stitching I've done for my horror ATC, which is Frankie, his head, and a bat that I took from one of the Just Cross Stitch horror magazines. And I'm just going to cut them out and stick them on kind of a patterned background of the ATC and send that off. It needs to be posted. I think it's a little bit late. Did I miss a stitch? Miss a stitch on Frankie's head? No, I didn't. It's alright. Just got a bit squashed. So there we go. Oh yeah, that's the size of the ATC. So I'll go on there. And the other swap that I'm stitching for is the animals card for the Facebook cross stitch cards and ATCs group. And this is how far I've got on Margaret Sherry's strawberry hedgehog that came as a freebie kit with a magazine last year, I think. So he's nearly done. And then I can post that off. And the only other thing I stitched on was Tiger Lily. And I didn't stitch on her for a couple of weeks, actually. I only started her this week because I had no time. So that's how much I have started. So that's kind of the edge, that edge there of her skirt. And I'm stitching her on a piece of Gina's Delight 32 count Murano from Sparklies. So hopefully get a little bit more done on her as well. Now that's all I've got to show you this week. I was going to bring up some crochet because I'm working on another baby blanket, but I left it downstairs and I can't be bothered to get it. So giveaways. My last video, I said my giveaways were Lily by Nora Corbett and Springtime Friends by Margaret Sherry. Now I've got it written down here. I picked out winners at random, and Lily is going to Sally Morris. So congratulations, Sally. If you could get in touch with me and either email, I'll put my email below, or Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Don't private message me on YouTube because I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to see it. So try any other method. Get me your address and I'll pop her in the post to you. Congratulations. And Yvonne Vigil, you win the Springtime Friends. So likewise, if you get in touch with me, give me your address and I'll pop that in the post to you. Now today, because it's been 3 weeks since my last video, I am going to give away 3 patterns. The first one is another one of the Nora Corbett's that I won in my bundle. And this is Poppy. And she's beautiful. And a few of you were telling me off in the comments for not thinking that she's amazing and wanting to stitch her. She is beautiful. But I'm not going to stitch her. So, one of you will. So if you want to stitch Poppy, say in the comments, don't mention giveaway. I would like to stitch Poppy. Just to say, if you want to enter any of the giveaways, please make sure that you are either over 18 or have your parents' permission to give me your address if you win. The second giveaway is Marmalade Cats. And this is a design from Cross Stitcher magazine back in July 2010. And it's really fun and beautiful. But I'm not going to stitch it, so if you would like to stitch it, but I would like to stitch Marmalade Cats. And the last one is Christmas card owls. They're really cute. But again, I'm not going to stitch them. But if owls are your thing, this could be fun. So if you would like to stitch this, say I would like to stitch the Christmas owls, or I would like to stitch the owls. There. Oh, my voice. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for all your comments and your likes, and welcome to the new subscribers. It's all, it just, yeah, gets me in the feels. I'm so pleased that people think that I'm worth watching when there are so many Flosstubers out there. Yeah, constantly surprises me. So thank you very much. Yeah, don't mention giveaway in any of the comments in case all of those internet trolls find us. Put which one you would like to stitch. If you were a winner, get in touch with me, give me your address, and I'll pop them in the post. If you sent me those gloves, let me know it was you, please. That would be lovely. Stitch Teresa Wentzler, and just stay happy, and I will speak to you in my next video. Bye!